Well, this is some good news. We had no trench collapses overnight. Looks like it still wants to be a little moist there though. See in here, a fish tape, AKA the grease monkey because it's so greasy. I think it's preservative oil on the metal strip. But this is what we need to pull the wire through this conduit. Guess it might get a bit wet too because I know there's moisture in that pipe. Ow! It bit me! How many more times am I gonna get injured? You know you've bonded with something when you've spilled blood for it. What's this all about? Really, just right there. It's gonna be a wonderful time. Oh, it's convenient. Just kind of stick it in there and start rolling. Or can we? Oh, it's jammed up on something again. This is hard in pushing the wire itself through. Well, that didn't get very far. What's the hold up here? You have smoothness. Just be smooth. Ah, great. Another operation is gonna take all day, right? Nice. Oh boy. Do I even want to bother filming this? How? All you gotta do is pop through, bud. It's like the easiest thing in the world to do. Just pop through. 5 minutes into work today, my fish tape is already jammed up and I've had one landslide. Already off to a great start. So the problem has to do with the mating surfaces here, right? You see how it's smooth this way, smooth that way? That's so, you know, water goes down, isn't gonna get into the seams, but it's also because the smoothness will be good this way, where it helps the wire get through the tube smoothly, but it's causing ridges of pipe. And then the edge of the snake is catching that ridge. So either I'm spending a bunch of time just forcing on this thing, because I think once it gets past these turns, it should go smoothly, or I gotta put something more roundish on the end of it to help guide things through. Oh, I got a little cone-like cocking cap here. Maybe that'll help things along. We'll just put that over there. That'll give us a smoother cone shape. I guess I should keep a cocking cap in with my electrical tools, if this works, anyway. Suburbs, where people have the loudest lawnmowers. All right, let's try this again with el cocking capo. Really? How far did it get this time? It almost feels like there's a hard obstruction in there. Like, did I get a rock stuck in the pipe? That would be a disaster. Yeah, I don't know if this is working any better. Oh, hold up. Oh, come on. Come on, surely we can get past this one here. You're doing good, bud, you're doing good. I want to rotate this thing around, but it won't. You can't really put torsion into this. Come on, just go. Where are you jammed? Somewhere down there, eh? It's like I need a fish tape to get the fish tape through. I'm gonna have to go and fish that way and then fish it back. That doesn't make any sense. I'd need 2 fish tapes. I don't have 2 fish tapes. You just see that knob end getting chowdered up. How does a 1/8 inch wide point miss a 1 inch plus hole? Can you riddle me that? All right, so this isn't working, clearly. You know what, there might be some glue bulging in there. Maybe there's a spot I used too much glue or something. And that's what's going on. How about a blue moray that has a smoother, more rounded end? I think if this thing doesn't go through, we have a problem. Okay, got past 1, snap past 2, snap past 3, snap past 4, snap past a 5. Oh, I think we got it. Oh yeah, blue moray saves the day. She's going now, bud. Will she go all the way? There's another obstruction. It's probably the 90 where the conduit turns. Oh, got it. It's funny, once you get it past the obstructions, it moves pretty smoothly. No other hang-ups. Like I can see it obstructing every 10 feet because of the conduit. This fish tape's long enough, right? 50 feet, yeah. Conduit's only 40-ish. Oh God, come on. Oh! That's the end of the fish tape. And she just popped her out. Okay, wow, that was close. Yeah, we need to line up this pull now. Gotta kind of organize on the cable so that they can move smoothly together into the hole. They're almost the same length. We basically gotta completely synchronize them together on this side. Oh yeah, the edge of a brick. That's what we want to pull against. All right, so I have to, some way, shape, or form, bind these cables together on the end of this fish tape. And I'm probably gonna need more deck-style figures to do that. It's not even that wet. So, we have this process where we take a wire like the ground wire and we wrap it around. And then we make sure it's nice and straight, right? Because that's gonna pull the wire through. The rest of these have to go kind of right straight out and as flat as possible. And you use a lot of tape. And I'm getting sand in my shoe. So we will secure this down a little bit, secure this one down a little bit, secure these down a little bit. This is not the stickiest tape, is it? Yeah, if only it was just this cable, it would be easy, but it's not. We have this cable too. And this one, I might have to make some chops. Maybe, we'll see. So again, we'll take the ground wire, wrap it like that. This should all be big enough to fit through there. So if I tape it up real well, it should go. Problem is you gotta kind of arrange these wires so it's the least thick possible. This feels good right here. Get past the insulation, anything that can hang up. You use a lot of tape in this. Now we gotta start wrapping it forward wise. So again, we gotta make a nice, efficient, tight bundle. Okay, it's getting a bit bulky right here. That's kind of where we don't want it to get bulky. Honestly, knowing how much slack I have on this black wire or on the big wire, I might be better off cutting these before the bulky area, like right here. Then I'll have a much better chance of flowing through smoothly. Yeah. All right. Here's hoping this is the right amount of slack. Okay, now that'll go through smooth. So let me wrap it down tight, nice and tight. Oh, there's a bump point right there. Lots of tape, probably like a whole roll of tape. It's great, right? All right, so we've put ourselves in a position where it's very unlikely this is gonna come out, or come off, I should say. You just have to hope that these two wires go through this conduit smoothly together. Yeah, probably not. I'm gonna let you watch the action over here really quick while I try to give it a nice tug on the other end. See what happens. All right. Oh God, it's not going anywhere. It didn't even budge, bud. Well, that's where we need some coaxing. Lubrication can go a long way. I have some canola oil handy here. That, grease, soapy water. Generally, this kind of thing is done with some form of lubrication. Oh look, I can just push on it now. Yeah, I'm worried that if I pull on it, it's gonna score up the, oh, you know what I should have done? Chamfer the edge of the tube so we can get smoothly past. So, pro tip, chamfer before you start pushing or pulling. This is actually going pretty good now. Let's introduce a bit more lubrication. Let's go give it a bit of a pull for a little bit. Fish tape's showing some progress. You know what? It doesn't pull as well as it pushes. That's weird. It's just kind of pulling the freaking conduit out of the ground here. Oh boy. That's friggin' weird. It was going so smoothly. Yeah, push is fine. Well, it's taking a lot of force to push it, but it's going. Basically, this thing's probably just gonna help us along if we get hung up, or so we hope. Because pulling, it doesn't seem to want to budge. Yeah, super weird. But pushing so far seems to be relatively effective. Oh, did we make it to our first turn? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, it's going, still going. Like 1 inch at a time, inch by inch here. More sand in my shoes. Wonder if it would have been better to coat the whole cable. Well, let's go give it a little pull, see if we can help things along. Sometimes pulling just straightens out the cable, stops it from being all wavy kinked in there. I cannot believe, no matter how hard I pull on the other end, there's just nothing. It does not budge at all. But then apparently it can be pushed through easy, or so far. I'm guessing we've hit that first 90 and that's gonna double the tension on the line. I might be in a position now where I can't do this alone. I'm gonna need someone pulling on the other end. Oh, Wish this was more coated onto the cable. Alternatively, I might have to pull this entire damn cable out, get my hands real greasy and coat the entire thing as I push it in. Assuming I can hold on and get grip on it while it's all greased and lube. We've gone down to about a 1/2 inch movement at the time in a way that caused me to pinch my hand up against the tube after I pivot the push. Oh, so what are the chances this is gonna hold? I'd like to get it higher, but it's hard to set this up alone. The idea is I've ran the fish tape clear over the top of the shed and then hung that cinder block off of it in hopes to maybe get some pulling force on the other end. So that's ideally what we need here. Someone pushing on this side, someone pulling the other. Problem is there's no other someone yet. Suddenly you have an existential moment. All right, let's see if it makes anything easier. So far, not really. Oh yeah, actually, much more progressive. Until I think the blocks hit bottom already. All right, so we need to adjust on this back up. What if I got a ladder, put the brick on the top of the shed? Yeah, you know what? All right, let's disconnect this brick. Now we'll put it up on top. Now we're gonna reconnect it. Now, let her hang down. Oh, maybe I need to give it a bit more slack. All right, now let's try it. Yeah, there we go. Wow. All right, good. This is mostly effective. Got to remount the brick, but just keep plugging away at it. So I think we've gotten to the point where the wire's just about to negotiate with this wicked double, triple, quadruple bend right here. So for extra value added proposition, I'm gonna dump a bunch of this oil down this side of the tube. Oh yeah, bud. Lube that right up. You know what sucks? This is organic. Wonder if it's gonna attract insects or grow mold. I don't know. Let's go give her a push. Okay, here we go some more. Just giving her. Just keep giving her. Giving her till she's done. It's gone right slow. Having to stop, move that brick every few minutes. It's better than it not going at all. That is for sure. All right, push, push. Huh, that brick's got a good hang, right? Ugh. Oh, she's real tight now, bud. She's definitely stuffing up on some, yeah, stuffing up on something. Forcing through those turns. Oh boy. Huh. Wonder if we can finagle it on the other side at all. All the force. I guess we've learned something past 2 days. There's a reason why people don't use conduit more often for buried wires. Because holy smokes. Wow. I feel like it's maximum jammed now. Getting it through those last few bends. Wow. I'm assuming that's what it's jammed up on. I can't think of what else would give it this much problem. I'm pretty sure it's past the main 90. Yeah, it's gotta be. But then I don't know. Okay. So I think it's hung up somewhere around here. It's starting to lift conduit out of the ground. You can see it's uncollapsing this thing. Question is, can I kind of shake it loose here? It's actually helping pound it back into the ground. Now, what are the chances I give it another push? It's just gonna, I think the cable's right here. It's hard to tell for sure. This thing's just not sitting nice today. That needs to go like that there. Thank you, Obama. I really appreciate that. All right, let's go give it a push and see what happens. It maybe moved a 1/2 inch. Oh, it just wants to come back up. No. Don't pull on the conduit, pull on the cable. It's totally pulling up my conduit. It's ripping it out of the ground. Guaranteed that conduit's no longer at 18 inches. Why physics gotta be this way, man? I have an idea. I don't know how good of an idea it is, but I do have an idea. Well, I had no choice. I had to pull it back out. It was not moving anymore. Now, there were these hard ridges on here that where the big wire kind of stopped, like the edge of one of these. And I think that's a point for it to hang up. So I've made some cardboard kind of shims to cover them, make them smooth and more streamlined. So it should give more of a funneling in there. I'm covered in canola oil at this point. We're about to get extra greasy because this is actual grease. And I'm putting that all on this snoot here so that it can slip past whatever it needs to. Or so we hope. This is getting filthy, man. Just filthy. Not even sure how far we actually made it. Oh, nice. Stuffed up already. Come on, let's go. You made it farther than this last time. Now, because everything's greasy, I haven't got the best grip. Wow, this is amazing. Like, this thing's not even on there anymore. Why do you have to be like this? And I see you're through the corner. What are you jamming up on? Right there? Really? Just right there? It's a little bit of tape hanging up and you're all greased. Tape's not gonna stick anymore. It's amazing how little it takes to jam this up. As embarrassing as it is to admit failure, we have a story of a man attempting something he's never done before and designing it to too tight of tolerances. Let me show you what I mean. And my lav mic's dead, so this is on camera audio. Hopefully it's good enough. I just spent the last couple hours cleaning up the mess. But you know, everything went fine till about here. It got awfully tight around this bend. And then after that, a neighbor came over and attempted to help me, but there's no way in hell I was cramming that much wire through that complicated assembly. Too tight of tolerances. 1 1/4 inch conduit was not big enough for a 6.3 and a 14.3. Well, it goes through, but trying to get it past those bends. So half of this got destroyed. That ended up in the process getting ripped off. Well, I loosened it from the box because I could tell it was going to break the seal, and we're going to try to see if we can get it up in there. But no, I'm going to have to replace that. I'm going to have to replace that. I'm going to have to re-dig out this section of the trench because it's completely caved in. Good thing I have a lot of sand left. I'm not going to attempt conduit here. I'm just going to kick it the way you're supposed to. It's just a one-shot run. I'm going to bury the cable normally, direct up to there. And then the assembly on the side of the shed's going to have to get upgraded to 1.5 to 2 inches. Maybe 1.5 is big enough. Or maybe I should just go full 2-inch and know there's going to be no problem, because I can't afford to screw this up again. Like, we're narrowly risk damaging the cable today. So yeah, didn't quite get done what I planned on accomplishing today. At one point I felt defeated and mentally exhausted. Kind of bounced back because we did get it through, you know, that stretch, right? So that can stay the way it is, I hope. My biggest nightmare now is if the inspector tells me something's not good enough here, but it should be fine. Funniest part is, at this point, I'm like covered in canola oil. I'm completely messed. But it's enough for today. To add insult to injury, it's calling for like a week of rain now. So when I'm gonna be able to get back out here, hopefully this one section of trench behind me here hasn't completely filled back in. It's gonna give me a lot of time to think and stress out about this. Maybe I should focus on myself for the next couple of days.